Hello, and welcome back to the cabin. Just washing my hands. I'm making a really old recipe, and it's called baked onions. And it was suggested to me by someone. Asked me if I ever made baked onions. I said no. Well, I have in a roast. That's different. So I looked it up. It's very old. It's kind of the food that people were surviving on. And it's a very simple recipe. I just took a bunch of yellow or brown onions, peeled them, and I'm cutting them in half. Now you could roll them in oil or sprinkle them with oil, however you want to do it. But the recipe calls for oil and balsamic vinegar and spices. Let's set that aside for now. Okay. And with this dish, we're going to do a bit of whole wheat noodles. And I'm going to fry in a bit of olive oil some chicken strips. Now the oven is preheated, but I've got to crank it up to about 425. So 425, and let's drizzle some olive oil or whatever kind of oil you're using. Don't be shy. And then spices. Now it says salt and pepper to taste, and whatever spices you want. So let's start with a pinch of pink salt, and we're going to throw on a bit of that good old mixed spice that I like to use. Now this isn't going to take long. This is about 25 minutes. These aren't very big onions, so I expect them to be cooked right down pretty good. Now what we're supposed to do now is flip them over. So we're going to flip them over. They're sitting in their own oil and spices, and we're going to throw those in the oven for about 25 minutes. So let's do that. All right, we're going to set that timer because we don't want anything to burn. All right, there we are, 23, 24 minutes. All right. Now we're waiting for this pan to heat up. Yeah, this timer isn't working. All right, there we have it, 25 minutes. We've got this all set up. We just have to put the meat in the pan. I've got a pot of hot water on the back burner, and that'll be for the pasta noodles. And I'm going to add a yogurt and cream cheese mix that I made to the chicken once it's done, and it'll turn into a really nice white sauce. So we're going to just treat this chicken like we would any other chicken. Fry it up. So I said yesterday I was going to do some research on Canadian history. You know, I thought I knew a fair bit of it, but yeah, there is a great deal of Canadian history for us to be proud of, and then some. But you know, every country has its flaws. All right, I'm just going to leave those there. We've got that frying nicely. We've got the onions in the oven. At some point we're going to add a bit of garlic, but not now. We don't want it to burn. We're going to add a little bit of my mixed spice. Get those flavors going. I didn't put anything on the chicken. Sometimes it just doesn't need anything. A little bit of oil, a little bit of spice, and you're on your way. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back and get this meal on the go, and it won't be long. We'll be having a taste test. All right, we're back. The pasta noodles, whole wheat, are cooking very nicely. The onions are not quite ready yet. The meat is browned slightly, and I think it's ready for the sauce. Now, I've bought sauces in the store, and sometimes they taste a little chalky. This is sour cream and yogurt and a bit of cream cheese, garam masala, cumin, teaspoon of sugar, and of course make your flavors your own. And I'm going to add this right to the chicken. Now this cream sauce also goes excellent with salmon, almost any kind of fish. If you wanted to put it in the oven, that's a recipe I learned from one of my younger sisters. She put mayonnaise and all kinds of stuff on her salmon and wrap it and put it in the oven. Oh, it was so delicious. All right, we're gonna let that simmer with the lid and get those flavors going. I don't think we need to add any more spice. Oh, I'm ahead of myself. I'm trying to have it so that I make shorter videos, and I'm kind of rushing myself and forgetting stuff. Okay, so we put a little tiny bit of minced garlic on there. Give it that really nice flavor. And I couldn't stand that there wasn't any color in this dish. So I cut up some sweet red peppers, house favorite, and I adding it for flavor and color. Now we're ready for the lid. And let's turn that down. We don't want that to burn. Now the timer tells me that the onions will be ready in just under 3 minutes. I'm gonna have a peek. Oh, they're coming nice. Now it won't be long, they'll be ready. I'm getting a plate ready. Now, I can also add a bit of shredded purple cabbage. That would go lovely. Whatever you want to add to your dinners, you know what your family likes. All right, we're going to be right back. Well, we're back, and the onions turned out wonderful. I haven't even put the balsamic on yet, so let's drizzle that on. Oh, this is going to be good. A nice treat, something different. Now, I've been looking up history, and that's how I came up with this recipe. And onions are at least 7,000 years old. So they've been around a long time. Believed to have originated in Central Asia and has made its way all around the world. Multiple types of onions, and well loved in soups, stews, broths, you name it. Onions have medicinal properties as well. I remember my grandmother doing onion poultices on her chest if she had a cold. Sometimes it was onion and mustard poultice. Okay, so put a little bit of noodles there. Looks good. And the chicken has cooked really nice. And I smell the sauce almost vinegary. Let's do the onions first. Let me get a spoon. Oh yeah, I think 2 on each plate would be just lovely. Yeah, that looks wonderful. Okay. And then we've got, keep that plate looking nice. We've got the chicken. Should be nice and tender. And I'm going to pour a little bit of sauce on there. Some peppers, of course, for some bright colors. That looks pretty good. There you have it. So the star of this dish is the roast onions. They are delicious looking and they smell good too. So we're going to add a little shredded cabbage to this plate. And then we're going to dig right in. I'm going to make sure that's on camera. And then I'm going to have to grab my camera and get a quick photo. Yeah, you see how that punch of color just makes all the difference. Meals are also about how our eye perceives it, not just how it tastes. So that's going to be just lovely there. So the 7,000 years, this dish. Yeah, there's a huge amount of history with onions. We take a lot of things for granted, think, oh, they're just always going to be there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think we need to taste it. Let's start with those roasted onions. Ooh, nice and soft. Slightly caramelized. Whoops. Mmm. 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 Oh, that's delicious. Something about roasting it brought out some really nice flavor, and of course the balsamic vinegar helped too. I'll be doing onions again like this. That's delicious. And let's try a bit of the chicken with this white sauce. Let's see how that goes. Mmm. Mmm. That is so good. I could definitely see that going with fish of any kind, salmon especially. You could even add a little dill. It's got that punch of flavor from the cumin and the garam masala, so it's almost begging for dill. Oh, it's delicious. Well, here's another meal. Simple goodness. We're at the cabin. No one's going hungry around here. Thanks, thanks for joining us. And I want to thank all my subscribers and viewers. The numbers are slowly going up, and it's an exciting thing to wake up to every day to see we've gone up 1 or 2 subscribers. Thank you to all of you, because without you, this little channel would not grow. So every viewer and subscriber helps. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't be shy. Hit that subscribe button. And you can even ring the bell, and you'll get notified every time there's a new video. So thanks for joining us here in the little kitchen at the cabin. And as always, be kind to each other, be kind to nature, and go out into the forest as often as you can. Just not alone or after dark. Delicious. And I should add, when you go into the forest, go safely. Be prepared. Take a little backpack, bit of water, granola bars, maybe some bear spray. It's nothing to carry a tarp, but go safely and go often. It's good for the health, body, mind, and soul. Until next time, thanks from everyone here at the cabin. Bon appetit! Delicious. I have to call the family for dinner now.